Well, hello. It is Latanya Washington, your customer journey strategist and the owner of the Customer Culture. And so today, I want to talk a bit about the customer journey map, developing a customer journey map or the customer journey mapping. Because as we are going through, especially as maybe you are a business owner, you are a business professional, and you're dealing with people that come into your organization, to your company, because at the end of the day, without the customer, there is absolutely no business. And so I want us to begin to recognize how a vital role that the customer journey map plays in regards to customer retention, how people go through, how they're feeling, they're emotional, all things that equip people as human beings, because we're still emotional creatures and we go through different phases. We also have different triggers. And so as we're operating, as whether you have an e-commerce store and you're trying to figure out why do people leave their products in carts and they just simply walk away, what's really going on? And so I want us to really get a definition of what a customer journey map is. What a customer journey map is, you all, it's that visual interpretation of an individual's relationship with your brand, your organization, your company. At the end of the day, the organization and the company, or even you, they're all part of your brand. It's all part of a company's brand. And so what this does for us, it helps us to look at and map out the journey. So when people go through and when they meet us for possibly the very first time, they have that experience with us. Now we want to see, what do we need to put in place? How do we look to navigate people staying around? Because as I mentioned before, without the customer, you all, there is no business. We're not operating. There's no revenue coming in. There's nothing being generated. And so it is so vital in everything that we do. Now, here's the key. There's a way in which we can look at creating a customer journey map, or looking at the customer journey, in the process, different ways. It can be how people see us on social media platforms, or the actual, I say, play by play in which people go through. And so let's look at areas that people deal with when we're talking about the customer journey. It can start from, as we always say, that level of awareness. Then it goes to the level of consideration. I see you. First part, oh, okay, you popped up at a glance. The second part of could be that consideration phase. I'm sitting here, I'm paying attention. There's something that you're saying or something that I see that is of interest to me. That's that level of consideration. Now they go through and they finally make a decision after maybe hanging around you for a minute, and seeing that they're able to trust you, you're credible, they're seeing testimonials. Now they finally decide, that customer finally decides to become an actual buyer of your product. They've made the decision. They're now a purchaser. They decided to go that route. And then in the next phase that people go through, you all, is that level of retention. They purchased your product. They become a client. Everything that you're producing now, they want more of it, or you have something else that's available to them. And they also consider that purchasing that next item that you have. And then, of course, because you've done them so well, they've had great experiences with you, everything that you said you were going to do, you've done, they now become an advocate of your product. That means they're also not sharing that testimonial, but they're also sharing with their friends or family members, or fellow colleagues, all the good things that you provide. They literally trust everything that you do, everything that you say. So now they become an advocate of the product. Now what begins to happen? The cycle starts repeating itself. You got them, you've retained them, and they bring people in that also now have the experience with you. And it starts, I always call it, as we say many times, that cycle of life. So now with them, they've become aware of you through a fellow colleague, or someone that they know. Now it continues on. And so to you all, even when we look at it and we're looking at developing that customer map, or we're looking at the customer journey, in the process of looking and developing our customer journey mapping, you all, it comes from looking at the people who are hanging around. What products that do they like? That's when we begin to, of course, we've already begun to look at our personas. Who is our ideal clientele? You're now as well, you're looking at the emotions and the behaviors, the buying behaviors of those individuals. And we're looking at the timeline. This is how we're looking at developing our customer journey map, you all. A lot of it entails research, and then we have to go back and we have to review everything. We're looking at our goals, we're gathering information. We can also gather information through surveys, through polls, looking at our numbers, our analytics. We're looking at our customer touch points. And so now, even when we're on our social media platforms, remember, I said before, people see you through a glance. They become aware of you. They've seen your information. It could have been through an ad. It popped up in their feed because of the keywords that you literally have provided. Whether you're on Facebook or Meta or LinkedIn, you are on all of these different other platforms that are now available. You shared your voice. All right, your brand voice. You were able, maybe even on Clubhouse, to provide great knowledge to an audience that is inside a room listening to you, and that's it. You have to be willing to share information, whether it is the content of copy or a message, captions, headlines. You're sharing a video. People become aware of you. Now you know. Okay, I'm seeing this individual. Now, what they're saying, I'm liking. And so I'm telling you, we are emotional creatures. And what then happens, you all? What happens? People then go to your profile. I'm talking about if you're on a social media platform, because now they become very, very curious of you. So they've gone to that stage of becoming aware, to that next stage, you all, of becoming more engaged. What you said interests them. They're looking at your profile. They're reading your blogs. They're looking at your video. They're leaving comments or reading other comments. So now they're stuck. They're like, this is interesting. So we now call that level of stare. We went from the glance to now, I'm staring. I'm very interested in what it is that you have to say. Now, we're looking at all of this in regards to creating our customer journey map, you all, because we're looking at the personas. We're looking at the individuals. When we're on our platforms, you all, they also provide analytics. Whether you have a Instagram page or a Meta page there, and you have that business page or that creator page, it allows for you to create or develop or see the numbers, whether it is more men, more women, the age group. We're looking at all of these. And when we're running ads, of course, you're then able to also target in on that specific audience that you're looking to target in on. Now, we then go from that level of becoming aware. We're talking about our social media platforms, them becoming aware of you, to now they're becoming more engaged. They clicked on that profile. Your analytics will also show you those numbers, those number of clicks, people now viewing your profile. Then they can go from, depending on what it is that you have, whether it is a YouTube channel or maybe a membership, they might then go to that level of subscribing. That means in order for people to subscribe, you have to have something for them to go to. We call it that CTA, that call to action. Whether you're leading them to a lead magnet, and you have something there where they're able to share their information, they're able to register, or they're able to sign up for something. So now we've gone from that level of becoming aware. They've seen you in their feed, could have come through an ad that popped up because it's something of interest that they've seen, to that level of engagement. They're reading your information. They're watching your blog, watching your videos, leaving comments, you leaving comments, engaging with them, as well as now we've gone to that level of subscribe. That lead magnet that's there, that YouTube channel that you've asked people to subscribe to. They've registered for an event. And then we go on, you all. If They're loving what they're seeing. You're staying connected. There are no gaps occurring. That means you have to be very, very consistent in what it is that you're doing. Now you get them to that level of conversion, or they begin to purchase something. Maybe they purchased that ticket. They're doing things. That means they have purchased something, and that means now they've given you some money. They have literally purchased, maybe they've purchased a ticket. Maybe they've done something that means they've made an investment in what it is that you've had. They've made an investment in your brand. All right. Now they've made that investment. Now they're excited about everything that you have to offer. Now we have to be very, very careful that we don't stop at that level of conversion or that level of purchase. They purchase. Now we drop them. No, 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 no. We have to learn. Remember, in our journey, customer journey, and we're developing that map, you all, we also have to make sure that we're staying consistent and we're consistently engaging, making sure after that purchase, everything is working out well for them. So now we've gone to, they're excited about the purchase. They're excited about coming to your function. They are super duper excited about it all. So now in that level of excitement, we have to make sure that we are delivering what we said that we were offering. All right. Now we're looking at, they're there. Now we have to look at what needs to happen to get people to continue to stay around, to continue staying in that level of excitement and in that understanding of what we offer, in that level of wonder. What are we going to do? Now, as long as we're staying there and we are making sure that we are connecting the dots and we're not leaving gaps, what begins to happen? As long as we are still having things available for people to purchase, then they begin to go from conversion to excitement, could be that workshop, to now they might go to that level of ascension. They're ascending, they're buying one product. Now they're purchasing another product. Then they're stepping into a program. They're stepping into a workshop. All of these things are beginning to happen. Now you've kept them connected. You've stayed consistent. Now what begins to happen there, as we said before, that level of retention. Now they are these fans that you have created. They're advocates. They are happy people. They're providing you testimonials. Now they're not going to give you a testimonial unless you ask them for it. Now, you have to remember to stay on top of all of these things, you all. Then the next level is they become promoters. All right. They're sharing their information with other people. They are literally going forward and they're bringing people into you. And once again, as I said previously, the cycle continues. The circle of life continues. And so now you have the next group of people that come in. So we always want to make sure, you all, when we're looking at developing the customer journey, we're looking at the emotions and we're looking at the buying behavior of our clientele, our particular targeted audience. We're looking at all of these things. That's when we begin to develop and look at creating our customer journey maps from that particular audience. Now we're getting a better understanding of who we're dealing with. We're stepping into their shoes and seeing how they buy, because you can even have a program or you can have a product available to people, and it could be a high ticket product, you all. But if you understand the buying process, and for some people, they may want a thing, they may want to be part of a program. So you also have to say, okay, maybe I also need to develop a particular plan for people to still purchase this product or purchase a part of a service. And so we want to be mindful of all of these things in that customer journey. This is how we begin to retain people, and how not only do we retain the customers that we already have, those customers also bring other people in. And what begins to happen for us, we're developing the habit of making sure that we're putting our customers first. We're paying attention to how they buy. We're paying attention to their needs, their desires, their wants. And then we're consistently developing something else and something new, even as we're developing our brand. So now we've developed, not only we started out with developing our brand strategy, now we've also created our customer journey. We're looking at our customer journey strategies. We're looking at our social media marketing strategies. And this is how we begin to operate in the marketplace. And there is a consistency always showing up. All right. So we're leaving you with that. That is, you all, the customer journey. So for you all that are in business for yourselves, or you're in e-commerce, you have this online store, for more information and to really, if you're looking at developing your own customer journey map, connect with me at ask at LatanyaWashington.com, or simply go to our website at LatanyaWashington.com, go to the consult page, and let us know that you really want to step in, learn more about how to develop this so you know how to retain your clientele. All right, so that's it for now. Until next time, continue to be successful and continue to step out, and remember, always look at what would my customer do. All right, I'll talk to you soon.